We had been doing videos, tutorials, funny things, Sigma rule. At the same time, in our work, in our business line, we come across certain, even in the personal life, certain situation like certain things feels like happened before, like deja vu. Certain areas, certain location we are traveling, it seems like we had been here before, even though there are no in a recent memory that we had been there, or maybe seen on a picture or video from TikTok, but there are no physical memory of we had been there. There were occasions like we were talking with our colleagues or loved ones. There's a feeling like there is a fight about to break, or there is something about to happen. I even told once one of a person that it feels like we are about to get into a fight. What happened next is up to you. How we go into the next step. But having thinking all that, I think almost everybody have these kind of deja vu moments. Having thinking all that, we came across a content about the universe and theoretical physics and quantum physics, quantum mechanics, certain contents on TikTok. It's a very interesting theory showed up, which is from the man called John Archibald Wheeler, who is actually a theoretical physicist who who theoretized black hole, space, universe, those kind of guys that not from this world, basically, not from this world, but those are the guys that come up with the various theories, just coming, right? So we jump into this. It is too deep, almost weeks figuring out various details because he has spent almost whole of his life on theoretical physics, space, universe, time traveling, space traveling, all that. And his later days of his life, he trying to figure it out what universe and if there is a connection between us as people and the universe, how it happened, and what is this always having this deja vu moment, right? You feel like there's a fight about to break out, but then the person say, oh, maybe not, maybe yes, right? We have, right? Who believe that personally, like Cambodia, Thailand, have this kind of situation, right? Who believe now Venezuela, we have this kind of situation. That is geopolitics. Don't go in there. So anyway, we had been jump into his work, quite interesting. And we also thought of bring it up in a content form because those books are too deep for a person like in this scenario to read those things. But it's an interesting topic. So basically it is talking about 7 saying of Siebels. It's talking about how the philosophical content describes historically associated work as a theoretical physicist. What he believes is there are 7 principles, 7 fundamentals that affect us and the universe. When we go through these 7 items one by one, there's a aha moment, right? That is what it is. So number 1 is a definition of a expert. So we have experts, like in our developer team, we have a group of people who so-called expert, that who know things than others, and we always look for them to advise. So according to John, the expert is not the person who knows everything and who is like a visionary, a person who has a bitter experience. The real expert is who had been punched left and right and has a good experience of things happen in personal life, in work, things go wrong, get fired. So thinking of now, you can see all the tech entrepreneurs like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and all those, almost every guy is not become an expert overnight. They have a very bad past. They has gone through firing, lost almost like Elon Musk lost Tesla almost until he got the sponsorship, I would say, from the Beijing. So he survived. So experts happen from the bitter experience. So of your own day-to-day life, bitter experience are always heartbreaking, right? So maybe it make you experts, kind of a universe talking to you. This thing just how happened to you, you get fired or you need to leave some place or someone. That's the experience I'm giving to you to make you a better. Clear up your place and get rest, right? Next, number 2 is the strategy of a trial and error. Like we always think that, suggest that we always need to solve the problem all the time. But we cannot solve all the problems all the time, bit by bit, right? So that's the trial and error. We do one thing, hoping the next one will be better, or this helps on next one. And then probably it's okay, half is not okay. I have all this experience in the business consultancy that we thought that this is the way it should be, can we get it done, but when you go through, not, but you are the way, then other half you cannot go on. You need to re-strategize your work. So strategy of trial and error, number 2, right? Decoding the code. So this is my favorite topic. This is the headline, the code, unrevealing the code. So it is the concept of the individual surrounding, so-called universe, interact. Kind of a karma also, in a way. So always interact. And then based on these following principles, this is the number 3, the code, right? The following principles, it will lay down, right? So 3.1, I would say number 1 of unknown is knownable. It's straightforward. If you don't know, we will find out, figure out the way. The world is moving this way, right? So that is the way we need to get ready and strategize. That is the way. I don't know now, but we will know. We will know when, right? And then the trial and error, I already explained. Number 2, everything is not one time. Just like we are writing our codes, right? Who can write the development code, software development code one time? No, it's bit by bit, button by button, interface by interface, function by function, formula by formula, bit by bit, it's coming up together like that. And then measurement and theory are inseparable. If there is a theory, there is always a measurement. Even the theory, what we are talking now, it is measurable. The things that happens to you, and then what was the result, right? Analogies, insight, right? The parallels help provide deeper understanding. Analogies, we always think of right meaning, right feeling. We always think the proper feeling, fixed feeling, right? I like this or don't like this, always clear cut. But that is not the universe work. Universe work analogies, on the go, not right away, right now. It's on the go. Example of buying a car, right? So you get the best car, I mean, most likable, most field car. And then you find out there is still something, it's not really good. Still something not really as your expectation. But you're still trying to figure it out, fix it, fit in. Then you have, I'm happy with the car. So does the other things. People also, sometimes you cannot 100% match with the, right? Beliefs are different, thinking is different, feelings are different. But somehow you have to work together. Right? If you work together, whatever you has been done, past, it's gone, right? But as if you, that's not going to happen, you need to sell the car. If you are not fully convinced this is not for me, okay, forget about it, right? This is my favorite. The new truth connects with the old truth. New truth connect with the old truth. we all has good moments, bad moments, disasters in our lives. Everybody has. So we know that is the truth. And it always leads us to now, the presence. This is real. This shit is real. It always leads to now the truth. Now this is always connects to the past. Today you are doing some work or some career, you have loved one or family, or you are going on a certain project, education, something. So these all organized from the past. Sometimes it was a bad thing happened in the past and it end up in a very good thing in the future. If the bad thing was not happened in the past at that time, the reality of outcome is right now is different, very, very different. Probably you are in a very, very shape right now. Even though past was very good, we already know this, right? So like economies, it was thriving and all that, but then people relax, they stop working hard, and then they end up bad, right? So probably bad pasts are very good for shape the present future. Complementary guards against the contradiction. Different perspective can coexist, provide further picture without being mutually exclusive. This is also really the analogy and insight similar, right? Complementary, different perspectives, different thinking, different views can be parallelly exist in the universe within us, mutually exclusive. Like couples, right? Two different people, totally different thinking, totally different ideology, but they stay together. Right? In the workplace, sometimes you don't really like your management or boss or company is going to do, but for the sake of it, we stay put. The past is bad. But eventually, we end up in a good position, get promotion because of the support for that unpleasant things, and then you're there. Finally, great consequences spring from the lower resources. Major outcomes often have humble and small beginning. Major outcomes often have humble or small beginning. I just finished my first video of this year talking about 2025. We had 31 business registration and 90 shop registration. In 2024, we had about 20 limited registration and probably around 40 or 50, around 40 shop registration, so almost a double up. But at the beginning of 2019, we had only three shop registration. And then next year, that's the COVID time, we got 5, and then COVID almost nothing. And then 2023, we got 16 or 17, yes, plus about 5 to 10, 7 registration. And we start doing declaration of tax, applying permit, very, 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 very small, lot of errors, even lost some money. So that is what it is. The great consequences spring from the lower resources. Major outcome often have the humble or small beginnings. So according to the sources, an expert is not someone who perfect, but rather someone who gained wisdom through the bitter experience. Think too much when the experience is bitter. It had been made almost every mistake possible in the field. Yes. By applying those 7 principles, one can be understanding and defining the code of project of life. Code of their project of life. So this is the code. Quite interesting. I has randomly go through some of his writing and his work. It's mind-blowing. It's almost like previewing past 40 years of life. Exactly. All right. So understand this principle, image building massive puzzle of dark. The unknown is knowable, is the belief that picture exists. If you don't know something, it does not mean it is not there. Maybe it's there. We need to go there bit by bit. Software development is like that, right? Bit by bit. advance by trial and error, bit by bit, right? And the act of trying piece until they click and great consequences spring from the lower resources. So these are the three major things summarizing Google Note. Realization, a single small piece can be very key compiling of entire image. This is very, very true. A single small piece will complete the whole puzzle, right? Like those puzzles, like 100 pieces of puzzle, it's not complete if you lost one. So that simple incident, that simple action, the activity took maybe a few seconds to happen. It changed your direction. It's like someone, you sit in the metro, you get into the talk, it turned out to be another businessman or maybe a boss, and you got invited to his company. Or you walk into a place or exhibition, you see simple thing, simple activity, and you find out, wow, this is something. Or you listen to a person's problem, or you face the problem. Then now that is the small piece that you're going to complete the rest of the puzzle. All right. So let's go through this whole theory or practical and try to understand together. All right.